excitement when she first touches its soil, the joy when she first stands outside the rain, laughing. These images, though won't happen for decades, are what will carry you through this cycle and possibly perhaps the next one too. All right. Okay, so it is showing that one as complete. Okay. Alright, so put my points into that. So I've not restarted the day. So it's saved after I completed that last one. So that leaves only one quest remaining. Flotilla Aid. DLC missions. Now I got a big pile of food for you. So flux. You came. Peak smiles as you walk into the climbing bar's cargo hold behind a gloomy Esh. You brought mushrooms. Esh tossed the mushroom caps on the crate, raising her eyebrows at Peak. Thank you, Sleeper. You pick one and sniff it. Are these edible? Yes. Peak turns the cap over their fingers before putting it down. We're not so used to fresh produce. Ash is securing crates as she speaks. Hawthorne doesn't have much in terms of farming. Hawthorne? The installation we grew up on. XPR lives to name their property as a natural thing. That's about as far as their relationship with plant life goes. XPR? It's interrogation. Either way, we're done with that place, which is all you need to do. Ash leans back into the crate she was securing. You need more than a few mushrooms if we want to help those refugees, though. What do they need? Food, water, components, a lot of things. The problem isn't just getting supplies, it's getting them through to the ships. Can't you speak to Havenage? I said welcome guests. If anyone figures out we came from the came in with the refugee ships, we'll be quarantined as well. Why is there a quarantine? That is a closed-loop life support system, like any orbital installation. Any unfamiliar illness or significantly increased strain on life support could cause a cascading collapse in its systems. Do I make excuses for these bureaucrats now? They're being realistic, Ash. But these people aren't increased strain, they're living people. Even calling the refugees is a way of turning a lot of scared, desperate people into a single monolithic group. Look, as much as I'd like to chat, we've still got a lot of space to fill this hold, so if you're going to help, I think Ash is trying to say we need your help quickly. The refugees around the cordon, they won't be able to hold out indefinitely. We need to get supplies in the next 12 cycles, or refugees will have to bear the responsibility whatever happens next. I'll help if I can. More concrete. Three things we need to secure: water, food, and scrap components for ship repairs. Water we can find a way to source, or, by preference, we can siphon off one of the armed reservoirs in the Greenway. Ash. For food, this can be tricky. These mushrooms are delicious, I'm sure, but nobody can have fun with feeding them. Flotilla. However, I saw an algae stack on the way over. We can get access. Not more stealing, Ash. Once they steal, if we can get access, we can work the stack and harvest some algae for the flotilla. These stacks turn out vast quantities in short timescales. Repair components? Look around you, Pete. This whole place is made of scratch, and I'm sure that Sleeper has their sources. They can bring them right here. We got almost everything before time runs out. Perfect. We got most of it, also good. Either way, in 12 cycles, we can take what we have and go. How do we get through? I leave it up to you, Pete. Are you serious? I know they said we'd help Flotilla, but at what point? Take this seriously, Ash. I don't know the first thing about breaching a quarantine cordon. Maybe not, but they might. They slipped out from an SNR facility, didn't they? Plus, they've been here longer than us. They're always trying to get me to find help. Well, here it is. Help! I swear I need to think this one through. Leave me in a cord in a couple of cycles, Sleeper. Maybe we can all figure something out. Meanwhile, you can help me acquire the supplies, discreetly. I have to keep this quiet, keep Havenage out of the loop. Once they get suspicious, this is all over for us. This all suddenly seems a little too real, too dangerous. Only just found your feet in the eye. This is not a time for causing trouble. Come find us. We'll be out there trying to pull this all together. She goes to the back of the hold, start packing in the container. Pete, come help me. Sleeper, look, we didn't choose this either. Help us finish this. Set up a base camp with a broken spoke. You are welcome to rest there in any of the costs we work on this. We are in this together. Peek! Ash shouts, and they walk back in the hold to help with the container. As you leave the climbing briar, you look out at the broken edge of the eye's ring, where Havenish cordon blinks with tiny lights. What are you getting yourself into? A giant pile of mess. So, we're going to get 8 scrap. Okay. Well, I can do that. One of those for getting energy back. I'm gonna stick around on this side for this bit because we're dealing with a whole lot of this is basically where this quest line is focused. Okay. More components. One more. Perfect. That's 8 of those. Okay. Water for the flotilla as well. In the meantime, I'll focus on that for next time. Health. You look over the pile of scrap components lying in the briar. Look around. The bay is empty. Ash and Peak are either elsewhere on the station or on the bridge a couple levels up. You can sort through the pile, separating out useful components and boxing them by use. You don't recognize everything you find, but before long you get into the rhythm of sorting. As you do, your mind starts to drift. Your attention being drawn into the dark corners of the bay. The briar is in surprisingly good condition, considering that Hawthorne and XPR must have been operating it for decades by now. The marks of care are everywhere, the delicate patch jobs polished to melt into the original finish, or the custom-bound wiring running through custom trunking. Ash loves this ship, that much is clear. Something catches your eye in the corners, a matte black stack of crates that you weren't spotted before. They are sleek and compact, tucked way behind some of the bigger, more worn containers. Investigate. You Put the components away and go over to the sleep crates. You run your hands across their textured surface, but there's little hint of what lies inside the opaque metal casing. Then you see it, a yellow symbol, embossed on the far side of the crate, a universal symbol used by spacers, corporations, and manufacturers alike. It is one you have seen throughout your time as a sleeper, its meaning all too familiar. Explosive contents. You hear a hiss and Ash comes through the blazed dock. She barely registers your presence, nodding at you as she passes. She busies herself with some task at the back of the bay. Ask about the crates. Just turn around from whatever she is busy with. Just more supplies, sleeper, like everything else here. Nothing but anything else to ask, but you sense the atmosphere is now so much shifted. Finish up the sorting and slip out, waving goodbye to her back as you do. Rest, and then we'll deal with the water the next day. Actually, no, the algae farm. Algae farm next day. As you leave, find a note pinned to the outside of the door. Sleeper, it's something you need to see. Meet me at the court as soon as you can. Just keep heading around the ring to hit the flotilla. I'll be waiting. You pocket the note and glance around the corner. Porter, looks like you're doing this. Time to make a plan. Sleeper, Pete catches from the shadowy corner of the leading house. Any trouble getting up here? None. Good to hear. Come take a look at this. We beckon you over to a nearby window, which looks out over the ruined ring, the blinking red lights of the Haven's court. Cordon's temporary structures, a net of metal structs meant to detect and dissuade any ships from entering or leaving the flotilla, just stood out in the black. All around the tugs flit, keeping them in place and turning the red blinking drones that demark the quarantine. It's an impressive and worrying sight. What do you think? How would you get us through? Great distraction. Not a bad idea. What kind of distraction is big enough to get everyone to look away from a ship as big as the Briar? Surely they'd spot and seize the ship. Ashby has wrapped up in something here, hasn't she? Other options? If you got them, I'm happy to hear them. I see that there are 3 parts to make it through the port. Deception, distraction, and speed. Need all of them for a clean passage through. Deception means tricking the Cordon security into thinking we're meant to be there. Maybe a tug escort could work? Anything that makes the Briar look official. Distraction, meanwhile, will be all about diverting attention so no one looks too hard at what the Briar's doing. Create a gap between the Cordon's scanning and deterrent systems. That should keep them busy. Finally, speed will mean making sure the Briar is ready to roll. We can do a little work on the ship to get it ready. Ash surely wouldn't mind. How does that sound? Risky, we'll have a choice, so I'm just going to go with it. Good to hear. 10 cycles left. 10 cycles to gather the supplies and prep this plan. It's tight. Very tight. If this goes wrong, just get out, okay? I'll follow Ash everywhere, but you don't need to be dragged down with us. Won't come to that. Of course, but just keep it going. Let's get to it. I'll tell Ash about the improvements at Briar and the rest. Just explore the court as best we can and look for openings. I have no idea what Guardian Angel sent you to us, Sleeper. I'm very glad they did. Alright, so I'm going to stick with my original plan for today, which is algae access. Alright, 3 days algae growth.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe, and also consider backing my Patreon. Patreon backers get episodes up to 1 week early of this show and any future Let's Plays. Also, please consider backing my Ko-fi. Toss me a few bucks also helps support the show, and it's not a monthly obligation or anything like that.